first of all, Bud Selig said you can be involved next year. Mr. Castellini said you absolutely will be involved next year. How does that make you feel to be welcomed back like that with open arms, especially in Cincinnati?
Well, Cincinnati is my town. It's my hometown, and I love the Reds, and I love the fans of the Cincinnati area, and I appreciate what Bud's doing, and I appreciate Mr. Castellini, of course, his support. But, you know, I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, it's just more stuff that you put my family through and me, and it's starting to wear on me. What's wearing on me? This is wearing on me. You know, what am I going to do? Am I going to go be in the festivities, you know, during the All-Star game, and the next day they put the handcuffs back on me again? You know, it happens over and over and over again. And I got my grandkids asking me, Grandpa, are you going to be allowed to go on the field, or are you just going to be on the field and you're never allowed to go on the field again? So, you know, I appreciate what they're trying to do, but I don't think, you know, I don't think anybody really understands what I go through, and you know, and how hard it is to do what I have to do. And I have feelings like everybody else. I think everybody thinks I'm such a tough guy and don't care about anything, that it just is easy to be invited back for the Big 8. Then you can't go to the last day at Riverfront, or you can't do this, you can't do that. And there's so many restrictions on me. It's just it's starting to wear on me. And I'm not complaining. I just hope you understand what I'm trying to say. And you know, it's a year from now. I mean, it's a year from now. So, in other words, that's telling me nothing's going to happen in the next year. You know, I'll go to Cincinnati. I'll buy my tickets. I'll go support the Reds. You know, the fans love me. I love them. And then the season will be over, and I hope we go to the playoffs. And then we'll be sitting all winter, you know, not doing anything associated with the game of baseball. And next year, the All-Star game, and everything will be hunky-dory. And then the day after the All-Star game, I'm not allowed to do anything again. So it's kind of wear and tearing on me, if you want to know the truth.
No, I can imagine, because while it's an honor, it opens old wounds. Now, Bud is, of course, retiring. Have you gotten any indication from anywhere that his final act as commissioner may be
No. It's just like I said a minute ago. I appreciate Bud what he's trying to do, and you know, to my knowledge, he won't even be at that All-Star game. I think he's leaving office in January, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know who the commissioner's going to be, and you know, I don't know how the new commissioner's going to feel about me one way or the other. But Bud's the man right now, and I just appreciate the job that he's done. I think he's been a good commissioner. He's added a couple different tiers of playoffs, and it's been good. The wild card's been good for the game of baseball, and I think baseball is doing pretty good right now based on the salaries they're giving these players. The owners have to be making money. So I kind of hate to see Bud go, if you want to know the truth, because baseball's been doing pretty good.
Do you think that if Mr. Giamatti hadn't passed away in such an untimely way, that this would be over already?
Well, you know, and I know one of Bart's, not Paul, the actor, but the other son, said he didn't think his dad would have changed his mind after a year. I definitely think Mr. Giamatti was a fair man, and I think he'd have gave me an audience after the year of suspension. And if I did the things he told me to do, Bart was the type of guy who would give you a second chance. He believed in second chances, and you know, it's just unfortunate. It happens that he died 5 days after I was suspended. And then, of course, Faye Benson took over. He wasn't going to give me the time of day. And then after Faye took over, we got Commissioner Selig, and he's been there ever since.
The All-Star game being here, of course, will conjure up memories of the Ray Fosse play, and they'll replay it 100 times next July. Is that something?
And every time you replay it, my knee hurts.
Yeah, so does Ray. But do you like the fact that that's you know, associated with just the way you played the game, even in an exhibition game?
Well, I don't look at it like that. I mean, I don't look at it as an exhibition game, because I think you have to play 100% to try to win the game if people are paying good money to see you play. And as you may not know, All-Star tickets cost more than regular season game tickets. So there was 50-some thousand people at that game in Cincinnati, and there's 50 or 60 million watching on TV. And maybe that's why we won 16 out of 17 All-Star games when I played, because we took the game seriously. And I think that was because of the former National League president, Warren Giles, whose office was in Cincinnati. You know, Willie Mays and Hank Aaron and those guys taught me when I was a kid that we're playing this All-Star game to win, to try to show the world that the National League was superior to the American League. But that has changed so much now because of interleague play. See, when I played in all those All-Star games, the only one we lost was 1971 in Detroit. The only interleague we played was spring training games. That was the only interleague that we had. You know, we were National Leaguers. If you ask Carl Yastrzemski who's the best league, he would probably say the American League. He spent his whole career there. Ask Brooks Robinson, the same thing. You ask Hank Aaron, he'd say the National League. He spent his whole career in the National League. Willie did the same thing. I did the same thing. Johnny Pence did the same thing. Mike Schmidt did the same thing. So we believed that the National League was better than the American League, and the only way to show it is to win the All-Star game. I don't look at it as an exhibition game. There's no exhibition games that you should play half-ass. You have to attack an exhibition game just like you would a playoff game or a World Series game. That's just the way I think. And I could be wrong, but one thing you can't do as an athlete, I don't care what sports you're in, you can't cheat the fans. And you cheat the fans if you're not trying to win within the rules.
Speaking of winning, what do you think of the Reds this season? I know you're watching from afar, and they've had a ton of injuries, yet they keep their head above water.
Yeah, I think the Reds are going to be okay. I mean, as we speak, you're getting ready to start the second half in New York, and they're a game out of first place. I don't know if Milwaukee's going to hang in there. The Cardinals lost Molina. That's going to hurt them. If we can get Joey back, I know it's going to be some time before Phillips comes back. But the Reds got pitching, and another thing the Reds have is they got defense. And I know Bruce has made some errors at first base, but he'll get better. And pitching and defense will win you some games. And I just think that division with Molina out for the Cardinals, and I just don't think Milwaukee's is a better team than the Cincinnati or St. Louis. They might win it. They're in first place right now, but they had a 7 or 8 game lead 2 weeks ago. And I look for them to come back to the pack, and I think the Reds and the Cardinals are going to be the teams to beat in that division. I hope, anyway. I'm a Red fan.
Yeah, well, we know that. Last thing, Pete, at the end of the day, even though it does open some old wounds, and it's another year, at least to your knowledge, that there will be no reinstatement, are you, at the end of the day, looking forward to next July and what will be waiting for you here in Cincinnati?
Well, it'll be fun if I participate, if I'm able to participate. But you know, there'll be mixed emotions because of the other things surrounding it. And like I said earlier, I appreciate what Mr. Castellini's trying to do. I appreciate what the commissioner giving me the okay for next year. But there again, I think the word limited was attached to that statement too. So I just don't quite know what all that means.
Pete, we thank you for your time here in Cincinnati, and we'll see you next summer, if not before.
Oh, I'll be there next week. Hope you have a good day, and thanks for calling.
All right, Pete, you bet. We'll see you then.